Hey YouTube, it's Caden with Lights Lawn Maintenance. We're a lawn and landscape company in central Missouri. I just wanted to jump on today. We've done a couple little clips and put them on YouTube, but I wanted to kind of do an introduction, explain kind of what we do, what we got going on. So primarily we started out with just mowing in about 2017. For the first few years we pretty much just mowed. We did the hedge trimming and stuff like that. Here recently, within the last 2 years, we bought a Ditch Witch SK600. I got a Harley rake, a land plane, brush cutter, grapple bucket, and a smooth bucket for that. And we started doing a little bit of landscaping, small brush clearing type jobs. And then we quickly moved up, realized that we needed a bigger machine. I got this Takeuchi tl8r2 high flow. And I started out with just a bucket, Bale X Series 77-inch brush cutter. Soon after that, I got a grapple bucket and I got a set of forks for it to be able to unload trucks. A little ways after that, I bought this FAE, which it's a Takeuchi FAE head, rebranded. Put about 150 hours on it so far. Pretty much issue free. I've had a little fuel filter issue. I think I got some contaminated fuel. But as far as the head goes and the machine, everything's worked perfect. It runs really well. It is a smaller machine, so you got to kind of expect that it's not going to be quite as fast as a TL12 or a Cat 299. But for what it is and to get a start into the mulching world, it's doing perfect for me. The main reason I wanted to make this video too is I kind of wanted to show what teeth I've been running and some of the things I've found in the 150 or so hours that I've been running it. So I'm going to turn this over to the front of the machine so we can get a look at these teeth. Back up just a little bit. So on this machine, I am running a mixture of carbides and knives. We got our carbides all throughout the outside, and then our knives are running all through the center. So whenever you're, hitting a bigger tree, grinding up bigger stuff, stumps, whatnot, you can use the center of your drum, and then the outsides kind of deflect some of the rock that these skids might push up into them. These knives you can kind of compare to like a chainsaw chain. They're going to be a little bit sharper, and they're sharpenable. The carbides, you buy them and they have a decent edge on them, but they kind of start to round off, and even with the edge, they kind of just hammer through the material rather than cutting. It's not as smooth. So this model, it's the TDML SSL VT, so it's a variable torque model. It actually shifts down for more torque as you engage into bigger material. It's got this hydraulic cylinder that controls the door, kind of deflect your material down if you're working around a road or cars, buildings and whatnot. Let's see, let's get an even closer view. So here are some of the teeth that I'm running. Here's a well-used carbide. Here's a knife that's been ran quite a bit, and then here's a brand new knife and a brand new carbide. So closer up, you can see that this is a reversible knife. You can use it both ways. You use it for 40 to 50 hours, and then you flip it, run it again. And then this is a tri-tipped carbide. A lot of them are dual tipped. And one thing on this one here, you can see it really doesn't have that many hours on it. I bought about a half set of these and put them on, and within about 10 hours, most of them had chipped at least one of these out. And all my OEM ones, I didn't have any issues with anything like that. Here is a knife that, it's been put through its paces. Once it started to get to about the end of its life, I just started running it as if it was a carbide. It was pretty well gone anyway, so I was just finishing up a rocky job and just letting them kind of get into the dirt more than you typically would let them. Here's kind of a comparison between an OEM and a So this is an OEM carbide. You can see that there's a little bit of weld kind of in all these gaps. And on this extreme wear parts one, which this isn't as good because it's kind of been hammered by material, but there's less material in between each of these, and I think that's why I'm having this issue of these getting knocked out. I don't know if maybe I got a bad batch or if that's something extreme wear parts could kind of improve on, but that's the main issue I've ran into since I've got this. As far as the knives go, these extreme wear parts ones seem to last just as long as the factory ones did. I haven't noticed any major change as far as that goes. And again, it's a tl8r2 high flow, so it's about a 9,000 pound machine, 74 horsepower. And it's somewhere between 30 and 33 gallons per minute of flow, so it's not like, you know, a 40 gallon per minute high flow machine, but they are high flow. You can switch it between high and low flow for running like a grapple or something like that. Here's a walk around. I'll hop in just a second. And on this model, I've ran a few other machines. I ran a Fecon head, which Fecon may have made changes since. But on the Fecon, you would grease it down here, and it was always full of dirt and whatnot. So this, you have a grease spot there, a grease spot there, and then there's one on the other side in the same spot. And they stay much cleaner. And it's a lot easier to grease. And you got this little access door, so you can get into here, see everything going on in here and service anything. So getting in the way a little bit. Also, on the Fecon that I had ran, it didn't have quite the hose layout. This one has this protective thing, and it's kind of strapped up here. The Fecon, they didn't route their hoses quite as well, I don't think. This machine's pretty dirty at the moment, but here's our screen. Take a second to come on. You can see all, you know, your fuel, hydraulic temperatures, coolant temperatures, hours, everything like that. Then we got washer fluid, windshield wipers, you got your headlights, regen, that's your safety. Now on this side's all your hydraulics, high flow, detent, one way, everything like that. And then you got your quick hitch. You don't have to manually couple in and into your attachments in it. Then this is for your electric. It's only got the one set of hydraulics. They run it through the high flow through the smaller line. Some of them will have two sets, and it's a bigger set of lines. But this one, since it's just 30 gallons per minute, it can run through the smaller lines.